This video explains how to visualize the frequency count of each unique number using a bar plot. There are many situations when you may have a collection or stream of numbers that have occurred over a period of time. In these cases, the best course of action would be to display the frequency count of each unique number using a bar plot. How do you do that? Let's use an example of visualizing the frequencies of winning lottery numbers. How can we determine which numbers were going to be picked the most? The easiest way to display this type of information would be to use the bar plot function, together with the table function, in order to count the frequency of each number. This is the raw data for the winning numbers during a 10-day period. The link to the data source for these numbers you can find in the textbook. Now let's find out which numbers were picked the most. Again, the first step is to create an R-code chunk by clicking Code, Insert Chunk. Once you have done that, you will see the following in your RMD file. You will see this R-code chunk. Inside this R-code chunk, we will write an R-code to produce the bar plot to be merged with the text in the RMD file. The second step is to create a variable for the winning lottery numbers, like in the hot dog example in the video 7 of this video series. Again, we will use the C function and the assignment symbol. Like in the video 7 of this video series, you should add a comment line to describe what is being done. So first we will add a comment line that tells us that next we will create a variable of the winning numbers, and then we will use the C function and an assignment symbol to create a variable called winning numbers. Then we use an assignment symbol and a C function. And we will put this data in the parentheses of the C function. The third step is to plot the frequencies of the winning numbers. First, we write a comment line of what we are going to do. And we are going to plot the frequency of each winning number. Then we will use the bar plot function, and inside the parentheses of the bar plot function, we will use the table function. The table function counts the frequency of each unique number in a variable, and then the bar plot function displays each frequency in bar form. So inside the parentheses of the table function, we will put the variable called winning numbers that we have just created. Then, as with any graph, we want to add a title, a subtitle, a label for the y-axis, and a label for the x-axis. So after the table function, we will put comma and add an option to add a title, then comma, and an option to add a subtitle, which in our case will be the date range for the data that we use, and comma, and a label for the y-axis, which will be frequency count, then comma, and the label for the x-axis, which is winning numbers. The next step is to navigate to the icon on the right, run current chunk, and run it. So this bar plot shows the frequency of winning lottery numbers for 10 days in April 2018. So the subtitle tells us the date range. The x-axis tells the main title, winning numbers. The bar graph is titled winning lottery numbers. The x-axis has the lottery numbers from 0 to 9, and the y-axis is labeled frequency count and has the values on the axis, on this axis that range from 0 to 6. The fifth step is to define and interpret the plot produced. The bar plot displays the number of times each number has appeared as a winning lottery number in the lottery during a 10-day period. As shown in the plot, the number 4 appears most frequently. It appears 6 times, with numbers 1 and 9 being the second most frequent, and the least frequent numbers are 5 and 6, which appear only 1 time during the 10-day period. This video explained how to visualize the frequency count of each unique number using a bar plot.